Oxford Bibliographies is a great resource to start your research since it provides scholarly sources that are recommended by experts. Because the sources that it recommends are organized thematically within a subject area with brief introductions summarizing the topics and subtopics, you can quickly dive into the major issues related to a topic and find sources from which you can start planning your search strategy and develop your thesis arguments. To access Oxford Bibliographies, use the link which is embedded in this video and listed in the description below. The sources that you will find in Oxford Bibliographies are usually hyperlinked to digital versions of the sources that you can use online, or to the records for print resources held in the University of Toronto library system, so accessing the resources is usually easy. The entries in Oxford Bibliographies have been written by experts, so you know that you are reading reliable resources. However, because Oxford Bibliographies Online is a tool akin to a database to find reliable sources, many of your professors at UTM do not want you to cite to Oxford Bibliographies itself. Rather, they prefer that you access and read the sources recommended by Oxford Bibliographies, or other sources that you find on your own and cite to those instead. Oxford Bibliographies is organized by subject. You can click Browse by Subject for a complete list of subjects. You can use either the simple search or the advanced search. Let's imagine that you wanted to research the lives of 19th century imperialists in South Asia for a history course. When you search by topic, just use simple keyword searches. Let's search for the keyword imperialist. As you browse through the results, keep an eye out for the article titles and the subject areas mentioned. The first article could fit our criteria. The subject area is military history, which could be useful. Looking at the article title, the focus is geographically on India, which is in South Asia. The dates are in the 19th century. The terms mutiny and revolution presume that some group is looking to oust another group from political power through force, which sometimes has happened with imperialists. So it could be worth opening this article. The first thing that many of you will notice is that the word imperialist is highlighted in yellow throughout the article. This can be a helpful visual cue to focus your reading. You are most likely familiar with Wikipedia entries, and in many ways, entries in Oxford Bibliographies are similar, but unlike Wikipedia, they offer the added benefit that they are written by recognized academics and link to curated academic sources. The entries in Oxford Bibliographies are often long and cascade down the page, divided into various headings. Usually there will be an introduction, general overviews, definitions of terminology, and then increasingly specific subheadings for subtopics. You will see a table of contents on the left-hand side of the screen. But unlike Wikipedia, this table of contents in Oxford Bibliographies is not as clear. At a glance, you would think that these are all of the headings related to the topic. It is not intuitive that you need to click this little black arrow twice. First, to collapse the list, and then again to expand for the complete list of headings. For this entry, India, Mutiny and Revolution, 1857 to 1858, we also need to click the tiny plus buttons to see subheadings as well. Now we can jump between any of the headings and click back to the top to go to the beginning. Of course, we can just scroll through the entire article if we wish. When you consider whether or not to use these sources, you must keep your assignment specifications in mind and be able to determine what type of source you are looking at from the citation. For a history course, the biggest decision that you will need to make when selecting resources is whether you need primary or secondary resources. To put it briefly, Primary sources are created during the time period being analyzed by people involved with the events being studied. These can be almost anything: books, letters, newspapers, audio recordings. Secondary sources analyze primary sources within some kind of methodological framework in which they engage with other secondary sources that also discuss the primary sources. If you need primary sources, then keep an eye out for headings in Oxford Bibliographies, such as the Biographies heading, that might include primary sources. Biographies are not primary sources, but autobiographies are, and Oxford Bibliographies lumps them all together. To tease out the autobiographies, look for keywords in the descriptions of the items like first-hand account or mentions of autobiography, or perhaps memoir, diary, or life and letters. Sometimes you will need to do a bit of digging and reading yourself to determine if a source is primary. For instance, this 2-volume work, The History of the Indian Mutiny, giving a detailed account of the Sepoy insurrection in India, which was published in 1858, could be a primary source, since Charles Ball published it just after the event, and so he might have been a witness to the event. But you would need to open the volumes and start reading them to check. To find secondary sources, you might want to keep an eye out for methodological, theoretical, or very general-sounding headings. For instance, the historical background heading only lists secondary sources. If you have any questions about whether a source is primary or secondary, feel free to reach out to us at the library. Details to reach out to us will follow at the end of the video. Now, all that is left is to start opening up resources and reading. When you see resources with hyperlinked titles or DOI numbers, you can usually just right-click the link and open the resource in a new tab. When you don't see a hyperlink, you will have to click Find this resource to reveal the Get It UTL link. If the University of Toronto library system has access to the resource, then you will be taken to the record in library search for the resource. Sometimes these will be in print and not online. I should also add that sometimes the links between Oxford Bibliographies and library search do not work correctly. So if you click a link and library search tells you that we do not have the item, then you might want to try a separate search by title for the item in library search. However, sometimes we will not have access to the resource at all, and you might need to go through interlibrary loan to order the resource. If you ever have any questions about using Oxford Bibliographies Online, you can contact your liaison librarian, Yayo Umetsubo, by scrolling down the library homepage to Humanities, and then choosing History to find her contact information. You can also reach out to research specialists by clicking Reference and Research Help, and you will find hours listed to meet with us in person at the library, using online chat, and by email.